Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you are an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations and super thanks. I really appreciate them. Thank you for your emails. If anyone is interested in having a personal reading, all of the information for that is in the description box down below. Please do not send any money to me via PayPal for readings. I do not use PayPal as a payment method, okay? You have to get in contact with me first. We need to have a chat, find out what it is that you need, and then we take it further that way, okay? Anyone that does send payment through PayPal, if it is done without even having a green light from my guides on whether I can read you, you will just get a refund, okay? You need to email me first. And I'm saying this because I've had quite a few people just pay me through PayPal. They haven't waited for a green light, anything like that. And it just means that they've wasted their time and mine. And I know that comes across as quite blunt, but it is what it is. Please remember the energies that I pick up on are past, present and future. It's a timeless reading. You've got to take it as it resonates for you, but please do not make the story fit if it doesn't. Sometimes it won't. It's a general reading and that's okay. I do have many other videos that you can have a look through, or you may need a personal reading. That's really up to you to decide. If I say he, she, masculine or feminine, we all hold these energies. It's up to you whether you want to swap the gender roles around, leave them as they are, or get rid of them completely because it's just an energy. All right, let's get into this. Now we've got Father coming up. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light with a tribal unit. You also have Child and Wounded. This is, do you know what? I pre-channel sometimes and I don't even realise that I'm pre-channeling because sometimes I just talk to my guides and if someone walks in, they just think I'm nuts because I'm there just talking to myself. And the conversation came up about knowing when to throw the towel in a relationship, knowing when you've given it all, your all, but wanting that person to change, or knowing that, you know, they're not the same person they were when I first met them, or I'll be able to change them, I'll be able to heal them, and it just becoming a toxic codependent relationship where you give, and they take, and then make excuses for their foul behaviour. And with Father coming out and then wounded child wounded, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. So this is almost like when someone makes excuses for hurting another person and goes, but look, I have wounds. We all have flipping wounds, but some people end up in jail because of that. That isn't because of their wounds, that's because of the decisions they make because of their wounds, if that makes sense. And there is someone here, I don't know if this is somebody who is violent, I don't know if this is somebody who has destructive behaviour, or the things that they say to their partner are really disempowering and they know what they're doing, but then they make excuses and go, oh, it's because, you know, you cornered me, and you know what my childhood was like. I had a really bad childhood, and you know that if you do that, then I feel like you're bullying me. It's that kind of energy. You have here artist, and it says expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. There is an encouragement for those who feel like they've been through something like that, whether you're presently going through that or it's something from the past, of finding a way to creatively express this. There is also somebody who may actually be an artist at the moment, and that's how they channel their feelings. You have guide in reverse, and it says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So there is someone here who, I get there's someone who's in competition with you, who keeps manifesting in, look, destroyer in reverse. They keep manifesting in, it's a reflection of themselves. We manifest in a reflection of ourselves. Karma is nothing more than a mirror that reflects back our own actions and intent, you know. So if we are shitty to people, excuse my language, then you're going to have that type of vibration coming back into your life. And when you look at any dysfunctionality we have in relationships, the only common denominator is us. Because we are inviting that in, we co-create that. And there is someone here who somebody here wants to be a painter like you, or an illustrator like you, or a singer like you, or whatever it is that you do. It may be a full-time job, or it may be that passion sleeve that you do as a side hobby that you'd like to turn into a business. This person is jealous of the way that you create and the way that you always have, because I'm seeing someone as a child drawing, and I used to love drawing as a child. I'd spend hours and hours and hours. drawing the tiniest little people. So I'd have rows and rows of streets, and all the houses would be really small, and I'd have tiny little windows, and in the windows of these people would be brushing their teeth or brushing their hair or singing or feeding a baby, and then you'd see on the streets loads of people, and I'd spend hours doing that just because my imagination was so out there. And I'm getting that there is somebody here that did that as a child, and it's just a natural gift. And whoever this person is that's in this destructive manifesting kind of behavior, bringing in toxic relationships, they're actually really gifted as an artist. They're really gifted as an artist, but they're throwing this away. I heard by focusing on you, And you have here destroyer. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. They want to take you down for some reason. I heard it's rightfully, that gift was rightfully mine. It was rightfully mine. They don't like that you get some sort of attention for your creative endeavours or for the way that you express yourself, whether that is by a paintbrush or just by opening your mouth, okay? I heard if I could be a fly on the wall. If I could be a fly on the wall. And yeah, you've got child wounded coming out again. Blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving on through forgiveness. I'm getting that this could be a sibling or a family member or someone that you were close to, because why did I want to bring up about childhood? Why does that link in? Unless this person was around you in childhood. This resist moving on through forgiveness. Someone has been holding a grudge for decades, and blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. So they create these dysfunctional relationships because it's a mirror, a reflection of who they are and how they feel. And then goes, yeah, but that's because I have this mental health illness, or that's because I have this wound. Then heal that flipping wound. Stop making excuses for shitty behaviour is what I'm hearing. Because for me, somebody can, I've suffered from depression in my life. I've suffered from anxiety. But I can't then use that as an excuse for hurting other people or manipulating other people or crapping on other people and then going, yeah, but I'm depressed. But I'm the victim here, That's part of who I am. That's not all of who I am. And it's my choice. I'm not saying that people can just choose to heal themselves like their mental health. You can, but it's flipping hard, okay? And you need to have a support network around you, and you may need to take medication, and you may have to go to therapy sessions, and all of these other things as well. I can only speak from my own experience of how I healed myself. Doesn't mean that that's how it works for everyone else, because we're all unique flowers in a garden of many different, tones and colours and so on and so forth. But you have someone here who is using what happened to them when they were younger as an excuse to why they treat people the way they do now, okay? And you've got here Messiah in reverse, and it says, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. They teamed up with someone, didn't they? And I heard you only know the half of it. They teamed up with somebody. I had to take you down. And you've got engineer in reverse. Reliance on, I hate pronouncing certain words. Reliance on machinist solutions. I'm going to spell it, okay? MECHANISTIC. Machinistic. Reliance on machinistic, and it doesn't sound right, solutions without regard for emotional consequences. It's almost like, I don't know if somebody here is on the autistic spectrum, or someone has, there's something about like their emotions are stunted slightly, that they look at things very cold and calculated without thinking about how that could hurt someone else, and then someone makes excuses and goes, yeah, but you do know that they had an awful childhood. Or someone who has no filter. So when they tell you something, they couldn't give a flying F-U-C-K, whether or not it hurts you. I'm telling you the truth though, aren't I? And you have here, with like, this is shadow attributes, but it's in reverse. Now, why is that in reverse? And where did I need to put it down over here? Interesting. Tell me more. You've got here child orphaned, and it's in reverse. Okay, and it says here, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation or maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. I told you there was someone they went to. There's somebody that they went to work with, or they were looking for almost like a mentor. But this feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, they feel like you left them behind in some way, or they feel like you owe them something. Like, how dare you get on with your life? How dare you cut me out of your energy? How dare you not stay submissive? I heard that this person wants to take you down. This has been going on for years, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my giddy aunt. Like, seriously. This person needs mental health support is what I'm getting. They really need mental health support. Okay, you've got addict in reverse. This person may be using substances to numb themselves. Now you had Samaritan in the reverse. Exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. So whoever it is that they went to, this person, I get the energy of like mother hen, but I need to know everything. Almost like varies from Game of Thrones. Like my little birdies told me everything about the whole city. I'm getting that from whoever it is that they went to. Exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. I also feel like this person may have introduced them to harder substances. Like, don't worry, try this, this will really help you out. They kind of give them advice on how to manipulate another person. I heard through spell work, but also through kind of creating rumours, because there's something here with, there's a greater fall, I'm just channeling, there's a greater fall in spreading rumours like wildfire than there is at calling out someone and telling them that you don't like them. But I was also getting like the vision of, like, you know, when you're at high school or when you're at secondary school and like you're like, come on, catch me outside, let's go for a fight. And you go outside and someone holds your jacket and your bag, and then there's a big circle and they're like, fight, 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 and everyone's fighting. And that confirmation, that energy of kind of, come then, let's go outside, let's sort this out right here and now. That energy of, I don't like you, or I don't like what you have said, and it has vexed me, and I want to cause you physical harm. Let's go. There is more honour in that, and I still don't condone violence, than there is in somebody who's like, do you know what? I don't like that person. I don't like what they said. I want to cause them physical and mental harm, but I'm not going to tell them. That's cowardly. Okay, and this person, whoever this person is that's helping them out, has literally said, no, don't go to them with fight energy. This is what we're going to do instead. We're going to start whispering. We're going to start telling rumours. Oh, this person got pregnant by that person over there. Then we're going to tell that person over here, you know, that person's a painter or an illustrator or a singer. They actually copied from that person over there. So it just ends up with loads of people who have a weird misconstrued idea of who you are and your talents and your capability. And many people who watch this channel are sirens, or they resonate with that because their throat chakras are wide open and they're very powerful. And whoever this is for you doesn't want people to listen to you. They don't want people to heal from you. They do not want people to be inspired from you, okay? Now with addict here, it says compromises integrity and honesty. There we go. Allows an addictive pattern to have an authority over your inner spirit. My goodness. And this is a lot of orange and red coming out. This is a family member. I knew this was from the start, from the get-go. Okay. Can I get one more card, please? Just one more. And we have here, Liberator upside down. Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Now, this person that they went to get advice, to be mentored, to pay for spell work or whatever, has got them hooked either on substances, and I'm getting hard substances, or has got them hooked on doing something towards you. We've got Virgin, and it says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. This person is addicted to trying to take you down, but not just kind of like everybody sees you fall on the floor, fall on your face, and everyone laughs. Ha ha ha, man, look at you, shame, idiot, idiot. No, it's getting you to taint your own pure energy. This person is playing the long game. Long game. This person is obsessed with trying to get you, I heard, to come to the dark side, almost like, Star Wars, get you to come over. So rather than I'm going to fight you with my lightsaber and I'm going to take you down, I'm going to get you to pick up my lightsaber and then start hurting others who are of light. That's the energy I'm getting. All right. The thing is, though, and this is hurting this person, it's hurting them, they didn't realize who you were. Not only is your throat chakra wide open and strong, you're a flipping warrior. You are a warrior. Old soul, old soul. And when I say old soul, I'm not talking about I've had some lives. From the beginning of time, the beginning. And it says on here, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. I have never pulled this card before. I have never pulled this card before. With the Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit while you're going through that fight. Come through, Spirit, come through. And then you have Martyr. And it says, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Listen, you guys have learned through these trials and tribulations, or you're about to, what your soul purpose is, what you are here to do. And whether or not, this is a bit of a bitter pill for someone to hear, be that a family member or maybe even you. This person was put on your path to help you find out what your purpose was. And we don't want to hear that, we don't. But without the experiences that we have, the good, the bad, and the horribly car crash ugly, we wouldn't be the person that we are right now. We wouldn't have learned inner strength. We wouldn't have learned to find faith. We wouldn't have learned that there was something bigger and higher in power than us. And we wouldn't be where we are right now, because we're not just leading ourselves. You guys are the leaders of the tomorrow, if that makes sense. You've got Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on the behalf of society or oneself. This is beautiful energy. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you, gambler. Whoever this person is, they compare themselves to you a lot, and they get very angry because there's gaps in what you understand and know as yourself in relation to what they know about you, if that makes sense. They have an idea set as memory from the identity before. They don't understand how you've gone in leaps and bounds, how you are so far ahead. How is it that they're sending this stuff and it's not doing anything to you? And that's because whatever it is that they're sending to you, they're sending it to you with a 3D understanding that if I send this, this should happen because I've called on this energy, whether that be a deity or a demon or whatever. And if I do this, there's a price, and the energetic price will come from you. And then I will get their abundance, or I'll get this, I'll get that. That's very 3D linear thinking. They're not thinking of it on a 5D level or on a 7D level or on a 12D level, that you are supported by angels, because you may have been an angel in another lifetime. You may have been, there are certain angels that are able to come into corporeal form, such as, I think it's Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Michael, some other ones. I don't know if you were an angel in another lifetime, or if you are a reincarnation of a god, goddess, deity, elemental, whatever that may be, but you transcend the 3D when it comes to what your purpose is, or the support that you've had. You've always had the support. The stuff that's been sent to you, it doesn't matter. And of course it matters. I'm not saying that what's been sent to you and how it affects you isn't important or isn't valued. But in the grand scale of things and what it is that you're going to accomplish in your life, it doesn't matter. This person doesn't matter. And that sounds like a very real throwaway kind of comment, but it's not. You have been created and placed on this earth for such great things that this person is nothing more than a life lesson. And I think that hurts them because they're starting to learn this. They're starting to learn that what they are doing has actually pushed you forward. It's propelled you forward on your ascension path. It's actually made you stronger. And what they're doing now is of no importance in the grand scale of things. It's almost like a child having a massive tantrum. Almost like when you think of Mr. Burns out of The Simpsons. You know, he is really old. He's got absolutely no strength in him. But when he tries to hit you, it's literally like a child getting a soft bat and going, eh. But that's all the effort that he has. It's everything he has. And that's what I'm getting from whoever this family member is. They're giving it their all. And it's not making a difference. And I say this so much, you know, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is like the first sign of madness. Give up. And look, you've got forgive in reverse. This person doesn't forgive you for moving on, for finding strength within yourself. I heard come to the dark side. They don't forgive you for stepping outside of your shadow and seeing it for what it is. And I heard Christ consciousness. And you have learn and defend, and it's upside down because you learn to defend yourself. When you gave it up to God, when you gave it up to Allah, when you gave it up to Vishnu, divine source, whoever you see as the omnipotent power of all that flows through all of us, when you gave it up to them and was just like, do you know what, I give it up, I let it go, I give it to you, that was the strongest and biggest defense system you had because you gave it up with love. And if you haven't already done this, this is what you're being encouraged to do, because you know what, there are many people that get very defensive when I talk about forgiveness. And okay, that's fine, that's the path of healing that you're on, that is okay, you do you. But why carry the energy of what somebody did in the past and carry that with you? It might not even be a grudge, but it's a wound. Nobody wants to walk around with an open wound. Everybody wants to get their antibiotics and get their stitches and have it put up. And if it's not healing, if you get a cut and it's not healing, we start to get concerned. We go back to the doctors and go, is it going to get infected? Oh my gosh, how long is it going to take to heal? I want this healed. So why would we want to purposely carry around a wound, an open wound inside us? Because it means that we have to take that effort to forgive ourselves and forgive that timeline, that person in that timeline, you know? Forgiveness. Someone here is forgiven. They've forgiven themselves. They've forgiven that person. They've forgiven the identity they used to be and how they invested in it. And that has been the biggest defense for them. Because your vibration is completely different now. It doesn't match to that person anymore. And it angers them. This person is angry. Like, how dare you transcend me? How dare you transcend the pettiness that I'm going through? Look, try something new without expectations. That is for somebody here when it comes to when you think about forgiveness and what does it trigger? What wound is waving at you going, hi, I want you to look at this. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Because whenever I talk about forgiveness, there's always one person who's like, how dare you talk about my business? Or it's none of your business how I forgive. Obviously, it's not my business. You're right, it's not. It's your path. It's your journey. But if you're stopping to put that comment, obviously it's triggered something. And that is my job. My job is to trigger that for you so that you look at it and you heal it. Okay? Because I love you. And you've got on here, now is a powerful time to set long-term goals and sow seeds for the future. There's a massive shift that's come in for you. And it came in from when we had that blue moon in August. Something changed. And someone's going through an ego death at the moment, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Because you're able to see, when you look back, you can see other people's flaws and what they did, and how when you got hurt by that, that was your ego that got hurt. Same with me. There's no judgment whatsoever. Our wounds come in, it is when we're open with love, but it's also when we set expectations of how someone else is supposed to love us. Be that in relationships that are platonic as friends or work-based or romantic. We set conditional expectations on other people of how they're going to love us. And when they don't match that, it creates a wound. Of course it does. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with putting conditions to love, because we should have certain standards, without a doubt. But it's when we, and I've said this, it's been coming up a lot, it's when we see people for their potential rather than for who they are. When we go on those dates and we see that red flag, but we think, nah, it's fine. I see their potential. And it turns out that that red flag was actually waving because that's who they were. But we set that expectation that they were going to love us to this standard, and they could only love us to this standard, and it created that wound anyway. Mull it over. Tell your friends your goals. And then notice the miracles in reverse. I feel like there is somebody in your friendship circle that needs to either be, it's not so much you need to cut this person out of your life because they're a liar and rah, rah, no. There's somebody in your circle, be that at work, be that a personal friend, be that a family friend, whoever that is the person that will come to you with the same problem week by week. Be that about their job, their family, their lover, whoever. And they'll be like, yeah, give me advice. And you give the same flipping advice, and they come back a week later with the same problem because they don't want the advice. They literally want to drain your energy. They want the woe is me, tiny little violin. Someone here needs to distance themselves from this person, or they need to have a very direct conversation with them. Kill them with kindness. You need to stop doing ABC. Or if you're going to come to me with solutions after I've given you the advice. Otherwise, stop telling me about this stuff. Stop telling me. You've got here, wolf. Be aware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control, and then take care of yourself. Remember, we have got a full moon in Aries coming out on Friday. This is a timeless reading. So if you watch this after when there is a full moon in Aries, it's absolutely fine. If it resonates, it resonates. But I can feel it here. There's anxiety coming through. Pure anxiety coming through from someone's family member. They keep trying to get in your energy, or they're trying to get into your dream scape, I heard, or your state. Dream state. And you've got here moon in Sagittarius. Be prepared to be adaptable, as plans you have laid may take an unexpected course. Take care of yourself, and then beware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control. Something's going to come to a head. I don't know if this person is going to come into communication with you, or you're going to find something out, because there's a difference between getting confirmation on your intuition on something that's been happening in the background than having actual proof, or having someone come to you and be like, do you know that so-and-so did so-and-so at so-and-so? And you're like, what the fuck? It gives you, I heard dry mouth. Someone's going to get dry mouth from this, because isn't it horrible when you find out that your sister, your brother, your mother, your dad, your uncle, whoever it is, that you're born from the same blood, has been doing something towards you? Or even if they are not from blood, it could be somebody that you saw as family. I heard the major betrayal. But with this energy coming out, you're being told to go ground yourself. Go and ground, because something's about to come up. Something's about to come up. With that martyr, learning to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. Addiction to self-pity is in reverse. There's somebody here who's projecting that towards you, this self-pity energy. Because if they can get you into a self-pity energy, then they can hold on to your energy even more, because you'll be vibrating at the same energy as them. Can I get one more card, please? Just one. Just one. One card in the self-pity. Please, thank you. And it says here, you can build any kind of life you want. This is talking about how you manifest. Remember, as we go through like this full moon in Aries, there is this energy of repressed anger for certain people. If you have Aries, or you have a lot of fire in your birth chart, don't be surprised if you get angry or irritated over small things. Don't be surprised if you get emotional, especially if you have Aries as your moon, your moon sign as Aries, or Aries in Venus, or Aries in Chiron as well, because Chiron is about what you need to heal, what hurts. Okay, don't be surprised if that happens, and I think that's the reason why you have this over here. Take care of yourself. Beware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control. This is also looking at paranoia. Make sure that you ground yourself, and that you're weighing things up, and you're letting your intuition lead rather than letting your imagination take you away, because there can be certain things that happen that you will read as a miscommunication. It's not saying that you will, but it can happen. It can happen. I heard create. Someone needs to create. Someone needs to create or sing. And you've got every breath can be a new beginning. You have butt convention. I feel like you have a family member here who's very good at painting, illustrating, drawing, singing, something along those lines. And they're using that as part of how they project towards you. So if they're a painter, like it says on artist, they're painting scenarios, almost like a vision board. And you know, like when you do a vision board, it's because you're manifesting what you want to see in the future, using that energy as if it's already here. Okay, and you keep looking at it and it kind of like draws that energy to you every time you look at it. I feel like this person's doing the same thing. If they are someone who is visual with what it is that they create, it's similar to what you can do. So if you're a writer, they're writing it and manifesting negative things to come towards you. If you are a painter, they're painting it, and so on and so forth. If you're a singer, they're singing it, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to match your energy in some way. Those were my balls. Clink, clink. Excuse me. You have butt convention, and then every breath can be a new beginning. There's something they want you to take responsibility for. I feel like, I'm getting energies of 13 reasons why, and I hope not, because that's really awful. And then saying that it's your fault. Yeah, this person's a narcissist. Okay, this person has, and I cannot diagnose someone with having narcissistic personality disorder. I'm not a therapist, and I haven't evaluated them, even if I was a pretend therapist. But this person has really high narcissistic traits. Okay, and it says it's not even about you. Fine. Somebody who wants to lean on you. Look at this next to the engineer, okay, with the shadow aspects of reliance on machinist or machinist, I can't say it, machinistic solutions without regard for the emotional, for emotional consequences. This is somebody who either is, I'm getting someone maybe a sociopath, so maybe they don't understand emotions properly. And that's not condoning what they did. That makes it scarier if somebody doesn't know about emotions. And I was getting that about someone maybe being on the autistic spectrum, or someone who is emotionally stunted, or doesn't know how to read other people's emotions, or don't care about other people's emotions. But with that being put over with the narcissistic card, this is, and I don't know, this person had a lot of, they may have had plastic surgery. I had to look like you. They might have done something to look like you, or to look more like you, or to get people to talk about them. If this person's a woman, they may have had a boob job. And then if they're male or female, irrespective of gender, they may have had a nose job. They've done something to get people to talk about their physique. Liposuction, someone had liposuction, or they're considering liposuction. I'm also getting somebody lied about being injured and saying that you did it. And it's not so much that they're going to the police and saying, oh, this person assaulted me. That may be one of the things that they were going around, you know, the rumour mill of, that you assaulted them, that you have issues with anger, that you did this, and this. What did I get 9 years ago? 9 years ago you did this, this and this. But they're doing it, and I'm getting covert, proper covert narcissism. This is not somebody who is like, you know, delusions of grandeur and blah, blah, blah. This is someone who is cold and calculated. Cold and calculated. And I don't know if this is the family member or the person they went to. And I heard 2 peas in a pod. Moon in Pisces. Beware of indulging in negative or depressive tendencies. This is what's being pushed towards you. This is what they may have been pushing towards you on the 31st of August when we had the blue moon. And then you've got to shine some light on it. And look, believe you are magic. And that is my magic card. So this is, they were doing some sort of illusion spells. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gemini in reverse. Stress may be an issue during this time. Someone grounded this away though. It didn't do what they thought it would do. Look, ask for help. Now, who's asking for help? Who is asking for the help? Who is it? Whom is it? I don't know what it is about this table, but the last card at the bottom gets stuck. And I'm there, like, scrubbing with my nails, trying to get it off. Okay. Who was asking for help? Ew. An Aquarius. You've got an Aquarius here that was asking for help or asking for protection, and they weren't getting any. All right? Because they did something to try and affect your love life. They did something to try and stop someone from coming in to give you that cup of love. Because you've got Venus here. Excuse me. Venus is the planet of love and material possessions. Where it is in your chart can help identify how you are influenced by matters of the heart. And you have that next to Saturn, which is associated with life lessons and limitations. Its placement can help to pinpoint what you need to learn in order to improve your love life. So they may have been, ooh, there's something here about trying to keep you in a relationship that isn't for you, that literally isn't for you. And they're now asking for help. They've attached something to themselves. Somebody's not talking to them. And it's freaking them out. I had got hung up on you. Who got hung up on you? Maybe you've got an Aquarius here, but what's underneath? Those born under the sign of Aries are affectionate, warm, and usually big personalities. They can also be competitive, demanding, and headstrong. There may have been an Aries that they were trying to block, or they may have been talking to this Aries, and this Aries no longer wants anything to do with them. They realised what they were doing towards you. Placement of the moon in your birth chart will reveal a lot about your habits, reactions, instincts, and how you express your emotions. Your birth chart reveals the location of the planets in the sky at your birth, giving insight into your personality and your path. So they were either having mentorship on how to read your birth chart or how to affect certain planets within your birth chart, especially the 4th house, which is ruled by the moon, or your moon sign. And we were just talking about Aries, like I have an Aries moon, so they may have been trying to affect your moon sign in how you express your emotions, or how you are seen to express your emotions, or how you channel them through your creativity. Okay, those born under Libra are all about balance. So this was about trying to bring you into imbalance, taking you out of that temperance energy. Natural born diplomats with buckets of charm. They enjoy pleasing people and keeping things on an even keel. And then underneath here, it says, your rising sign is called the Ascendant. It shows an individual's first reaction to new people and situations and is the mask you wear to meet the world. They were trying to figure out other parts of your birth chart, because if this is a family member, they may be aware of what, let's say, your sun and moon is. Maybe, it depends on how you were brought up, you know, if that's something that you would converse about. But they wanted to figure out your Venus and something else. Well, mine's in Virgo. Do with that what you will, okay? What else? Leo. So you've got fire sign here, 5th house. Pisces is coming out again. Double ending. Double ending. This was to do with your dream space. I was getting like someone was trying to invade energy, get into that. It's not only projecting this energy, draining something. Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. You then have the placement of Neptune in your chart, explains your psychic intuition and how you dream. Gemini, they were trying to block you from someone communicating with you. You may have an Aries here or a fire sign that is psychically attached to you in some way. You may meet up with this person in dream space. I heard that Akashic records are important. You've been taking notes in the Akashic record, or you may be meeting up with an Aries or a fire sign in the Akashic records because you share part of your Akashic records. Interesting. Because I'm getting note taking. I'm seeing someone wearing glasses and they're in this massive library and somebody's whispering something and there's like hushed tones and you're like, okay, I'm going to take this. And there's someone wearing red. They're wearing red. For some reason, I'm getting Emperor energy. And they're also taking notes. I'll give you my notes, you take mine. Dreamy. I like that. Psychic intuition and how you dream, Gemini. So there's a lot of conversation going on in the astral realm with this person. Gemini star signs are versatile, chatty, creative, and perceptive. They are known as the skilled communicators of the zodiac. So you may have had a family member that went to someone who was not only, it weren't even just about, I'm just going to take you down, I'm jealous of you, I want to be you. I don't want you to be happy. I don't want you to succeed. This person was reading, that's why they were reading your Venus, because it was about your love life. They may have figured out it was a sun sign, not a sun sign, excuse me, a fire sign of some sort. And they were trying to block you from having communication or connecting with this person. But if this person is psychically attached to you, This person already knew. Now, they don't have to be a fire sign, but they are very passionate about something. Or with that Aries energy, they may have Aries placements. There's something here about just pushing through. If there was a blockade, like a ram, head down, wham, straight through it. And they were able to remove a blockage in the astral realm, which is why you could meet up. I love this for you. Love it. What else came through? Yeah, you got Leo on here, which is about pleasure, it's family, it's play, it reminds me of the solar plexus, okay, so inner child. And then you have Taurus coming out, which is the second sign. This person and you are going to be very abundant, or they want to help you with something to bring in abundance, okay. You've got here Libra, to bring in some sort of balance, something that's fair, something for you, because something happened that isn't fair, or there have been events in your life that haven't been fair. And they shouldn't have happened, but they did. And I heard balancing it out, leveling it out. What else do I need to know? This one. And I had too many mistakes. But I don't feel that's coming from one of your guides. I feel like that's like a family member and this mentor, the mentor saying that to the family member. Like, you made too many mistakes. Yeah, look. Block this person with all costs. Or block this this passion from igniting within the collective. Set that intention. Take away their ambition. Take away their drive. We're going to do this really quietly. We're going to do this covertly. We're not going to be the people shouting fight, fight, fight. We're going to be the people that are texting the parents or the people that are fighting, so that they come over and they get doubly in trouble. It's that kind of energy. Look, boundaries. They wanted you to let down your boundaries. They were trying to get in. They wanted to see your Akashic records. Oh. And I'm hearing the name, and I cannot remember the name of the film. It's got Brad Pitt in it. Burn After Reading. Burn After Reading. I haven't actually watched it, but it's giving me that energy that there was a message. There was a secret coded message that was given. It's either it was given to you and whoever this fire sign or this passionate energy is. Both of you were supposed to have it. Or there was a secret message that they were passing to you and they asked you to pass them one. I don't know what's going on here. And yeah, look, passion in reverse and containment. They wanted you to not burn this after reading and let them know what was going on. Because there's something about them not being able to get into your... they're in your energy, or they're on the precipice of your energy, but they're not able to read what happens in the Akashic records, or they're not able to catch your downloads. They're not able to get your messages. Right? I don't know if this family member is clairsentient, or whoever the mentor is that works for them is clairsentient or works around manipulating emotions. Okay? Someone's got a dire wolf. I just heard the dire wolf. Someone's got a dire wolf. Ooh, you got a dire wolf. I love that. I love it. It's to do with the union. Wow. 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 Yeah. Whatever they try to do to freeze it out, it's thawing. It is thawing. Wow. Bully for them, right? That's too many cards. Can I get one more, please? One more. One more, please. Grounding, earth. You could be an earth sign. They could be an earth sign. Or it could just be that whatever it is that's coming through keeps getting grounded. I want to know about this dire wolf. That is amazing. Yeah, look, it keeps getting grounded because you're the high priest of the high priestess. And look, you've got death here. Samhain. And then cauldron of containment in reverse. I heard it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end for them. And they can't stop this. They can't stop it. Because I heard it was destined in the stars. It was destined. It was destined. You're only getting stronger. Or this connection is just getting stronger. What is supposed to be coming to you, that is owed to you, that you deserve, is only getting stronger and closer. One more card, please. Thank you. Look at that. You've got moon coming in. They were trying to affect your emotions. And all they've done is heightened how you connect into your emotions. All right? Awakening, because they were trying to block you. They were literally trying to block you. And I heard someone going, checkmate. So they thought they'd really done something to stop you. stop you from healing, from growing, from connecting. But what seems to be coming out as like a general message when it comes to, you know, love or career or whatever that may be for you, is to focus on yourself, to be present. And a reading that I've done quite recently, one of the messages that came out was to let loose, to relax, and to flow like water. Don't worry about what's going to happen in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time, and stop looking at the past unless you're looking back there to heal. Be present, because the more present you are, the more you're able to bring and manifest in the things that you want to see day by day. So it's really important that we aren't, I heard, resisting change. And whatever emotions come up, if you need to feel them, okay? But there's knowing whether it's your energy and your emotion or if it's someone else's, which is why it's so important that in the morning when you wake up or just before you're going to bed, asking yourself, how do I feel? How do I feel? And when you get the answer, is it my energy? Is it someone else's? I think I'm going to go just with those two. Yeah, you've got Holy Spirit in reverse. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. That is the family member or this mentor. They are shook. Someone's got Horus on their team. Cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. They weren't able to. They weren't able to take you down or take you off something. Now, the energies that came through, you've got karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So someone here needs to call on the violet flame archangels. I think this is really important, especially as it's next to Libra, which is about balancing the scales. So someone needs to do this, like clearing transmissions when it comes to karmic release, when it comes to something to do with someone's bloodline. Because I heard the mentor tries to push in some way. And then you have white eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. What was I just saying? Beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. So thirsty. If you are a new face and you like what you heard and you'd like to see more of my content and when I post, I'd love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you are a returning subscriber, hearts, kisses. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting my channel. Anyone that feels moved to donate, you don't have to, but it's always appreciated, greatly appreciated, because it means that I can put more time, more love and more cards into this channel. And for those that would like to have a personal reading, information's down in the description box. I'll see you later. Bye.